Hi, this is Gigi from Artha Learning, and today I'll build a role play exercise using AI Ready. If you're an AI Ready subscriber, follow along and you'll be building an AI powered custom role play in no time. If you're not yet an AI Ready subscriber, well, you can still use the concepts, but you'll need to get your own API key, build a secure middleware server, and manage the code. Or you can get AI Ready, hands down the most cost effective, secure way of building AI enabled activities in your learning content. Details in the description below. And now let's get started. I'll first make the bare bones simple storyline file to show you the concepts. And then because it is built in your authoring tool, you can create whatever branding you need around it. We'll start with a new project. And let's say we are building a role play exercise where you're a manager dealing with a rude but talented employee. Okay, so first thing, let's put some instructions here. And I have this ready to go there. Next, we'll create 3 variables. These are all text variables. Our first variable is going to be user input. The second text variable is going to be GPT response. And this will hold the AI's response. And we'll create one more variable called previous chat. And what this will do is this will carry all the previous conversations with it so that AI and the user always has context on how the conversation is going. So we have our 3 variables ready. We are ready to roll. Okay. Next, I'm going to insert a text entry field. And this is where our user is going to input. Now you see here, when the text entry loses focus, it already creates a trigger, and we'll just change it to user input. Now let's create a button. This is a button, and this could be anything. In our case, let's call it share or something. Shares. So now when the user clicks share, we now need to show them the whole conversation. So we'll create a new layer here, and let's call it continued conversation. And this is where the rest of the fun will happen. I'm just going to call it base layer here. Perfect. Okay. Now when we come here, let's hide the base layer. We don't need anything on the base layer. Perfect. Now I'll create a big, let me create a shape. And this is where all our conversation will flow. This is our chat window, right? In this chat window, I am going to put our previous chat. This is the variable that we will put here. Previous chat, this is great. And I can format it the way. Now, once the user says something, the AI responds. Again, the user needs to respond to that, right? So let's bring this thing. We'll copy both of these and we'll copy them over to our new layer. Okay, perfect. So what's going to happen is here the user says something first, clicks share, we go to this layer, this gives us the response, and then I can continue writing here and the response will keep getting updated here, just like a regular chat window. I'm not worrying about aligning them or anything quite yet. I just want to show you guys the technical details and we'll take care of making it nice to look visually appealing afterwards. Okay, so really all our work is essentially done. Now what we need to do is put a code here. So AI Ready subscribers, all you need to do is go to your user guide and copy the code from there. So let's do that. We are here, we'll go down. Roleplay, and we simply copy the code, go back to storyline, create a new trigger, execute JavaScript, and we paste our JavaScript here. Okay, perfect. And then we should add a trigger which takes us to the layer. So layer, continued conversation. Okay, now let's take a quick look at this JavaScript code. Here the system prompt is by default Roleplay as an angry customer. That's not what we want. Our system prompt is going to be a different thing because we're creating a different Roleplay. So I will change this to this. Let's take a look. You are a rude but talented employee. Your manager is trying to provide you feedback. Respond to your manager in maximum 2 lines. Do not break your character. Simple. Now, if you wanted to, for the roleplay character to pick from a particular company specific content or a guide or some sort of document, we could have added that as well, just using the document add-on. But in this case, we're not doing that. Of course, you'll replace it with your AI ready key. And that's it. We're all set. I'm going to copy this and then put it on this button as well. Just paste. So what's happening now? User writes something, clicks share, this JavaScript gets executed, and then we come to this layer. We show the chat, and then the user can continue the chat here. Every time they click share, the execute JavaScript trigger runs, this gets updated. Now, when we copy this, remember to turn this into user input as well. Okay, now let's take a look. Oof, this is the difficult one. Okay, let's see. You see how this is updating immediately? Okay. This is not going well, guys. No one person. It's the company of fruit. I really value your contributions, but you got to see. I don't know. Now you see there are two issues with this. One is that every time I have to write, I have to delete this and restart. So we'll fix that. And then as I continue this, the size of the text is getting smaller and smaller. So those are two things we need to absolutely fix. So I'll go back here. And then one thing I'll do is when we click JavaScript, I'm also going to create a new trigger that adjusts our variable user input to blank. And what that will do is it will just make this blank again so that I don't have to delete everything. And in this, I'm going to click format shape, go to text box, and then I'll click upgrade project text here, and then have add scroll bars with fixed size. And this should really solve both our problems. Let's take a look again. You're toxic. Okay, let's try a few more because I want to see the scroll bar coming up. So on and so forth. Yeah, okay. So now, because as I said, this is great, this works well, it's not the most pretty thing to look at. So that is something that we can work on, right? So I'll show you an example of a finished project. And here we've created a nice look and feel. We've given a name of our rude and talented employee, and then so on and so forth. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, now we see clearly we've given a name, we've given a whole nice branding. There is good description here. We've created a little animation there. So, how easy was that? You can create a role play in no time, and multiple types of role plays for different. All you need to do, let's go back to our sample. All you need to do here is change the system prompt, and you'll have different types of role plays all ready to go. Okay, hope you enjoyed that.